Today's project, generator, welder, in one. Can we fix it? Of course we can. So here we have a Hobart Champ 140. It is a 3,000 watt generator and a DC stick welder, which is actually pretty impressive. Why they don't make more generator welders, since they use a lot of the same parts, I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. You can see that it has been through a quite a tough time. I think that it almost looks like it fell on this corner, or something fell on it and broke kind of this off. Overall, it's pretty beat up, pretty rough. On the front we have a Briggs & Stratton Vanguard. If you don't know what a Vanguard engine is, it's Briggs & Stratton's best engine. Commercial engine. These, you can't go wrong with Vanguard engines. They're built as real like tanks. It is missing the kind of unique air filter housing. This is not like a standard Briggs & Stratton air filter housing, so I'll probably never find it. I looked on eBay, didn't see it. So I'll probably just have to cobble something up, make something up, not a big deal. Air filter has been off for a while, as you can see by the dust, but I'm taking that as a good sign. I'm taking that as a sign of, hey, that generator I haven't used in years, I can't get it to start, so let's take out the air filter housing and spray some starter fluid in there. That's what I'm taking it as. There is fuel in it. It smells pretty bad, so it definitely needs a carburetor clean, so I'm just going to go straight to cleaning the carburetor before anything else. It's electric start or pole start. On the other side there's a spot for a 12-volt battery that we'll probably slap in there. Okay, one of the first fun things is there's 3 motor mounts. One here, here, and one back here. And the one up here, the bolt and everything's missing. So this thing is just kind of flopping around pretty good. It's missing the rubber for it. I mean, when this thing does run, it's going to bounce all over. I'm just going to take all this plastic off so we can get to the carburetor. So this right here tells you pretty much everything. It's just by taking this bowl off and looking at the condition of what's in here. It tells us how long it's been sitting, whether or not this is going to be a quick and easy, or if this is going to be a detailed carb clean. And that has been sitting. That is probably 15 years of junk when gas turns to that phase. Luckily, this machine has a fuel shutoff, and so fuel didn't just keep running in, so it looks like we're limited to maybe just this bottom jet being completely just plugged up. Carburetor is actually not too bad. The gas is a little varnished, but there's no corrosion. Clean the carburetor. There's pretty much only 2 parts that need to be cleaned. The main jet. This is the main jet and emulsion tube mixed together. The idle jet. And usually they're inserts. And then just make sure the needle and seat seal. And that's all there is to a carburetor, and just blow through the other passages. But that's about all you need to make sure to clean, and a carburetor will run like new. So this carburetor I'll put back together, and it'll run like a brand new thing. Just by looking at it, I don't think this has an extreme amount of hours on it. You know, just filling the shafts. You can see when you get machines that have just gobs of hours, everything's just so sloppy. This is all still nice and tight. So I think this is actually a pretty low hour machine. Just has seen a lot of physical abuse, exterior abuse. That's our oil. Actually doesn't look too bad. And it's full. Not over full, but barely. So I think we're good to try starting it. So I'm going to plug in my kilowatt meter just so we can see if it starts generating electricity once it is running. But let's come around here and we'll just pull start it. Choke. That should be on. You think one pull? One pull in 15 years? Maybe? Stop running the engines. Got the door open. No starter fluid, no spraying gas down the throat of the carburetor, just exactly how the carburetor would run. And one pull. Just for fun, let's throw a battery on it and see if the electric start and stuff works, because that's nice. On. We won't even choke it. Tip of the day, stop using a wrench, a crescent wrench on these square plugs. Use your socket end. That fits in there nice and tight. And this is nice hardened steel. Lets you get in there. Lets you keep your fingers out of the way. It even grabs the plug for you. And holds it. You can drain your oil. Stick it right back in and you're done. So we got the oil change and we got some straight 30 weight. All these like small air-cooled engines, they love 30 weight. People keep putting like 530, 1030 because they think it's good for it. These air-cooled engines run so much harder than a car engine, and they break that down. So all oil has, let's say like regular motor oil is like 1030. It's actually only 10 weight, and they put friction modifiers in there, viscosity modifiers, to make it act thicker as it gets hotter. The problem is once the oil breaks down, it just acts as 10 weight, which is essentially water in a hot engine, and you'll just burn up your engine. Where 30 weight, there's nothing that can go wrong in air-cooled engines. Unless you're running a snowblower in the winter, always just run 30 weight. Non-detergent's actually even better, but I thought we'd open this up. Just take a look in here, make sure there's no mouse nest or anything in there. And it looks beautiful. I do notice one thing right now. Two things. Passed it right there and not right there, so I was looking down there and I found it. You see it? Right there. So we just got to dig that out of there with my homemade long nose pliers. It's funny, I needed a long pair of pliers probably 10 years ago. I didn't have a pair, so I just quickly welded up a set, and they just keep working. I even ground little grooves in and they work for grabbing long stuff. They're crap, but they keep working. Oh, this has been bumping around in there a long time. Yeah, there's a lot of just crap on this. I'll have to see if I can replace this with something. I can read the data off the other one. So I'm testing the little capacitors, and I come up with a 0.047, which I couldn't get an exact number for this part online, but that looks like it's correct. This one right here, I think there's just enough of a metal nub in there that I can actually solder to, and I did test this one, and this one reads the exact same, so it's good. So I'm looking at it, and I think what these do is they just essentially drain off any extra current, probably so you don't get shocked, because these wires, you can see that it's a green with a yellow stripe, is a ground wire. Same with this one over here, and then if you look down in the lower right hand corner, that just comes over to here. So they're just grounding it. So those are just grounding it, probably so when you touch these you don't get shocked afterwards. I don't know, could be wrong. And this yellow wire here with these with also those same crimp connectors, there's just a resistor clamped in there between the two sides, so that also probably drains the current, just so you don't get shocked. Probably, I could be completely wrong. So I have those all mounted, and I mounted them with a piece of stranded copper wire, so now they can wiggle and move and not break off. Looking at the crimps and stuff on those and on these little ring terminals, it was all like factory done, so kind of interesting. Kind of looks aftermarket, but looks like, looking at them close, that's what they did at the factory. I need to actually do some sheet metal work, straighten some stuff out. This is the corner it looks like it got hit on, and you can see how far it pushed this cooling fin back, and this is all straightened out. So I'm going to straighten that all out, do some cleanup. I took off this rear cover, and just to look at the stuff in here, all the windings and stuff, it all looks great. These are the brushes. I didn't take them out, but from what I can see, they look good. So everything looks good in there. No burn marks or anything else on the windings. You give me a drink? An outside fridge? Alright, give me a drink. Fresca? Good one. Can I have it in my hand? Oh, I'm missing. I'm looking through the phone, so I'm not paying attention. Whoops. No, bring it here. Oh, that's a little shook up. Thank you. I got it. Hey, this one's shook up. Can you give me a different one? Give me a different drink. Give me another drink. Give me another one. One's not so shook up. That's barbecue sauce. There we go. Yeah, I'll take that. Can I have that one? Thank you. You didn't drop that one. Good job. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, we have some connections just kind of wedged in there just for some test runs. They're wedged in there with some washers and stuff. It's actually the next morning, so let's see if this thing starts up. It didn't leak out any of its fuel overnight, which is good. It has fresh oil, hasn't been started since I put the fresh oil in. So we're going to run some, it looks like, I just grabbed some 6013. We'll run some 6013 on this little piece of scrap and see how that does. It's on the wrong way. On the wrong side. This one was on 90 amps, and this one was about 100. Actually looks pretty good. I do not remember if 6013 is a push or a pull. I pushed. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've run a stick electrode at all, but actually welds really nice. There was definitely, I tried 70 amps right here, and that wasn't enough. Okay, in case I was supposed to pull, which I think I was actually. After I did it, I'm like, hey, I think that's supposed to be a pull technique. So there's pull on 100 amps. Pull, push. Doing a little bit of a dance. Woo. What's up, dog? What are you doing? What are you up to? Go find me a ball? Go find me a ball. Go. That's about it. Let me go a couple more just to bend it in place. So we got it all straightened out, and then I added a wheel kit to it. 2 wheels and kickstand. So much easier to move around. So you can see I have it all mounted in the frame and everything. Just got some tire sidewall. So this is just the sidewall out of a car tire, which is the engine mount for the front. Holds 2 back here, and then I got a bunch stacked up in the back. So, and now it moves good. The wheels work good. The thing's heavy. But now I need to focus in on this air filter problem. Since I don't have any of this mechanism in here, I need to cut out, make my own air filter. This is just open cell foam. It's the same stuff they make air filters out of. This is just supposed to be like a car wash sponge. Has to be the correct foam. If you have a really sharp knife, this stuff just cuts beautiful. You have to have a razor sharp knife, which I always do. And then it's a little thick, so I might squeeze that down just a little bit. Might cut off the Pennzoil logo. Just cut a piece out real fast. Need to put some bends in it, so I just score it lightly with actually a grinder. Only go through maybe 1/3 of the thickness from the backside, and then it will bend exactly on your bends. See? Then we'll just do the other one. I mean, look at these lines. Look how crisp and nice they are. Yep, getting there. Little origami. And that down. Didn't score this edge because I wanted this to be more of a rounded corner. See how it's not crisp? It's rounded. Hold that to there. We're all lined up. Cut that off. Weld that onto there. And we should be pretty freaking close. Quick little sheet metal box. So this part right here actually holds the air filter in. So we'll just set that there. There's a little tab over here. This side wedges in, and then it wedges in the inside of here. All I had was, this is metric thread, I guess. All I had was some Allen bolts the right length. Made some little rubber washers for the tip. Snug those down. We're done. So that's super ugly. And there's nothing there. That's just kind of keeping out rainwater. But you can see rainwater can get in. So I took off the decal. And I just cut out a piece of aluminum. And we're just going to, just a little bit wider. And I'm just going to bend this around in the same shape. And just put a couple screws here and there. You'll never get that stuff to weld. That's going to be the crappiest aluminum in the world. I'll just finish doing that. I'll put a couple, probably just self-tapping screws around the edges, and it'll look like new. Look at that. Matte finish. Matte clear. Just to protect the letters because they're kind of flaking off. So this whole corner was bashed in, hammered into all of it, pretty dang straight, but it was rusty. The paint had all chipped off. Problem is, I do not have this color paint. I have hundreds of cans of spray paint, and I don't have anything like this. This is a really light gray, like extremely light gray. That one's white, toasty gray, barely off with gray in it. I think that's it. I also got that one, but I think that one's too dark. You protecting the truck? Yeah? Look what I got. Spray paint. Excited? Not really? You want it? Nope. Should we go get a treat? Yeah. See? Perfect. Spray paint. Get your ball. Let's go. Okay, you guys can probably see this better than me, because I haven't touched anything on that back panel. Well, let's see how close this is. I think it's a little light. In all honesty. What do we think? It's also clean though. It's close. It's really close. Why are you breathing so heavy, huh? You've been working hard? Catching balls? Yes, sir. Working hard. There we go, guys. I'm going to call that complete. Paint actually looks pretty good. This side's all dinged up pretty good, but it is what it is. I don't know how many... The engine runs so smooth and the engine looks so clean. Like on the inside, the carburetor and stuff like that. I don't know how many hours this has versus just... This was sitting in the back of a work truck and just getting stuff piled on it constantly and just beat up. But need to just find some leads for it. Ideally, you know, something around 25 foot or something, but 10 foot would work. 50 foot would be awesome. Just copper prices are stupid right now, so I got to find them secondhand. But we'll track it down, put a battery in it just for show. Well, not for show, just wanted to see if it fit. But it starts so effortlessly. And now if it goes out, if the power goes out, I just plug your little mini fridge into that. Full-size fridge. And keep your beverages cold. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye. Come on. Good job. Can you get all the way up here? Can you get on top of it? Put some scratches in it? Huh? Can you get up on top? Up. Up. Good job. Look at that. All the way up. Stay. Some nice people sent you money on PayPal, so for bones. So that's yours. Tell them thanks.